Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Huddle.
Where we deck those halls
That's true. This
and
is
talk about
the
football. We talk
Huddle.
about football.
Yeah, that's it. But this is the Christmas episode here on the Huddle, so got some fun things planned for you guys. Usually we'll say, the playbook, whatever. We're gonna switch things up today. We're gonna start off in 3, 2, 1. CPAC reacts. Okay, Seattle Seahawks. We're just gonna get it right off the bat. Great game, honestly. Drew Lock is amazing. Once again, Elijah. I didn't know Geno Smith wore number 2 and was white.
Yep.
So great to see Geno supporting his man on the sideline. Honestly, just a really good game. Really, just a throw at the end. Julian Love kept us in that game. It just played terrific. Our defense played great against Jalen Hurts. I know he was sick or was battling illness, whatever. I was so happy to see that we got a win. Keeps us in the playoff picture. Kenneth Walker had an okay game. DK has progressively just gotten better. JSN, what a ball, and what a catch at the end of the game. So not much more I can say about Go Hawks. It would be a very special New Year's present if they beat the Steelers.
Wow.
No, I'm joking. I don't know if I'm going to win that game yet. Whoever has a better chance of making the playoffs. But that is your Seattle reaction of the week. Elijah, go ahead. Packers,
yeah, so another loss to another bad team. But you know what? It is what it is. Our defense has been terrible throughout the entire year. Joe Barry is probably the worst defensive coordinator that there can be. Our offense is great, though. It's actually ranked number 9, and our defense is ranked 24. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But anyway, the point is, offense is going to be good throughout the next coming years. We got young guys, and we've got good connections growing with Jordan Love and his receivers. Aaron Jones came back. He's finally healthy. Yeah, I mean, we lost to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield had a great game. I'll give him that. Defense sucked. That's my reaction to the Packers.
Elijah, you know what that game reminded me of?
What?
The NFC Championship game.
Yeah, no, listen, the Buccaneers own us. We play back-to-back teams who own us, the Giants and the Buccaneers. Both teams own us. How do we get them back-to-back?
Well, guess who the Seattle played? A team that they Pete Carroll 8-0 against those Fly Eagles Fly, whatever.
They do, yeah.
So that is your CPAC reacts of the week. Started off fast, but here we go, Elijah.
All right,
we're gonna move on to what do you want to do?
Let's do some NFL news.
Let's do some NFL news. Let's go. Number 1, Mr. Trubisky sucks.
That's not news, Levi. That's been
that.
Yeah, we knew that. He got benched by
yeah, he did get benched.
Yeah.
Mason Rudolph. I love how the NFL scripted out this year. Kenny Pickett goes down. Trubisky continues his draft bust story, and Mason Rudolph will start on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, Rudolph, the red-nosed quarterback, had a very
many surprises.
Yeah,
not yet. Moving on though, Staley, the general manager of the Los Angeles Chargers, fired. God, woo! Thank God.
Out of here.
I can't believe how, or I wonder how happy all those Chargers fans are, and teammates, all that kind of stuff. They were fired after their 63-21 loss on last Thursday night. So pretty big game for them. And a long time NFL quarterback, Teddy Bridgewater, is set to retire after the end of the season. Elijah, our generation of players is slowly dying.
I know. Yep. Teddy Two Gloves, the man, the myth, the legend. Vikings quarterback. But you know what? I even liked him as a Vikings quarterback.
I like him as number 50 as a Lions quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be sad when he's gone, but he's been consistent throughout his career, besides when he was injured. But yeah.
That's besides the point. Moving on, Elijah.
Yeah.
Though I guess I got one more. Browns, they lock a winning season under Joe Flacco after their tight win against the Bears. Somehow got to win that one. Darnell Mooney, catch the ball, please.
Catch the ball, man.
Please. But that is only the second time in the last 10 seasons. So brighter days ahead for the Browns, maybe. But we'll see what happens with Deshaun Watson. Elijah, you pick it up from here. Give us some weekly playoff news.
Yeah, so a lot of playoff news coming up. 49ers obviously they do take the division. Yeah, they won their playoff spot last week, and now they are ahead of the division. The Eagles will clinch their playoff spot, as well as the Cowboys, still fighting for that number one in the division. And then the Ravens will clinch a playoff spot. And then the Titans and Jets are both eliminated from the playoffs. They will join the Cardinals as well as the Patriots.
Right. And Washington.
Yep. And then some international news for the NFL. Next year there will be a game in Brazil.
Yep.
Quite interesting. Exciting. And then you already mentioned the Seahawks won 8 of the last games against the Eagles. They own them.
Yep.
And then finally, this guy. He took 4 snaps, and that was it. But you know what? He's returning. He's off of IR. He's on the active roster, but he will not be playing a game this season for the Jets.
Done.
Aaron Rodgers. I'm sorry, man. But he wants to play 2 more years, he says, for the Jets.
I'll be surprised, though. I mean, Achilles, and we're like, oh, yeah, we're going to come back. No, you're not.
I mean, it's Aaron Rodgers. This dude, you know what he does. You know all the crazy shenanigans that goes on with him. So, yep.
The everything, whatever. All right, that is your NFL news of the week. Let's move on to games of the week.
Games of the week.
Games of the week.
Yeah, we need to work on this. I don't know.
1, 2, 3. Games of the week.
Clap. Games of the week.
Oh, wait.
Oh, all right. That's it. Games of the week.
Oh, my goodness. Biggest win of the week. We mentioned it earlier. The Las Vegas Raiders defeat the Los Angeles Chargers 63-21. Brandon Staley sucks against the Raiders, and he sucks as a coach. So.
Not even just the Raiders. The Raiders backup team.
Aiden O'Connell's insane, bro. Let him cook. And
Derek Carr
did okay, but he wasn't really cooking.
Yeah,
not like Drew Lock. No. Let him cook. All right, Elijah, tell us about the biggest upset of the week.
Okay, biggest upset of the week is the Carolina Panthers over the Falcons, who were previously the number 1 in their division. And you know who came to see that game? Just about nobody.
The tickets for that game were 45 cents. Me and Elijah were thinking about going to it, and we were like, we would spend more money on gas and and housing.
Yeah, and it was, it was so. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but the Carolina Panthers suck, obviously. So
right, 9-7 was the score of the game.
Yeah, 3 field goals.
Right.
Oh man,
that's now 3 straight weeks of the 3rd time of this season that the winning team has not scored a touchdown and won.
Yeah.
The Bears did it 3 weeks ago against the Vikings.
Vikings, yep.
Last week, the Vikings did it against the Raiders, and then this week, Falcons.
What's the common denominator there? All of them suck. All those teams suck.
That's true. Yeah, they do suck. Or don't have a starting quarterback. I guess that feels, but not really. All right. Anyways, best game of the week: Seahawks, Eagles. That Monday night game was great. I honestly did not watch most of it because I was doing a plant report.
Oh,
sounds fun. At like 11:31 that night, so it was great. Yeah. My mom made me turn off the game and do my homework. Boo-hoo. All right. Well, games of the week. Games of the week for the week. Moving on, Elijah. Next session. Introduce it to us. Go ahead.
Takeaways.
Yep.
The session where we take away stuff. Let's talk about the Chargers. Is this it for the Chargers for a while? Because think about it, they've got some good players on their team, but eventually they're not going to be able to keep all those guys. They're not going to be able to pay them all. We had a very similar conversation about the Bills earlier, and they've turned around. But
I'm so happy. Even if they're not at their best season, Bills are making a playoff run. Great. But yeah, Chargers, I don't know. I think Justin Herbert would have already had a divisional round playoff appearance if Brandon Staley was fired 3 years ago after he called that timeout and practically just gave away a playoff appearance for the entire team. I don't know. I think this team has a lot in them. I mean, they have the pieces, they have the receiving core, they have the names on the defense to succeed. I think it was just the coach holding them back. But what you were saying about, like, can they keep these players? I'm not sure. I don't think Herbert will be a Charger forever, especially not if things continue to go the way that they are, even under new coaching.
Yeah, and you think about it, Keenan Allen is going to be out of here soon. He's getting up there in age, and
I know it's his rookie year, but Quentin Johnson hasn't necessarily impressed us. So
and then Joey Bosa, I don't know what his future is. Khalil Mack's going to be gone eventually.
Right.
Eric Kendricks, but yeah, I think this team could have been a Super Bowl team multiple seasons, maybe the past 2. But obviously, Brandon Staley ruined that for them. But let's go into the next one, Levi. Why don't you take away that takeaway?
Yeah, so I guess it's more of a statement, but why the Commanders are in a prime position to be a playoff team next year. Currently, they have just been eliminated from the playoffs, right?
Yes.
I think they're 4-10.
Yeah.
Worst team in their division.
Mm-hmm.
On paper, they are much better than the Giants are. Personally, I think their offense is a lot better too. Sam Howell has impressed all season long. The receiving core is great. They got a good backfield with Brian Robinson Jr. Their defense, okay, they traded away half their main guys, but the reason why I'm saying they are in a prime position to be a playoff team next year, they will most likely have a very early first-round pick to get a huge skill guy or maybe an offensive lineman, maybe Joe Alt, that left tackle, because they are one of the worst offensive lines in the NFL, right? And all that trade capital that they got off of those trades for Chase Young and Montez Sweat, I think they are. I think what's his name? Their new owner. I'm
not even sure, to be honest.
I can't think of it, but he has transformed this team, I think, into a team that has a bright future ahead of them. I'm very interested to see where Sam Howell takes this team.
Yeah. Obviously, he's got some pick interception issues, but
right. He has no time to throw.
Yeah, you're right. And you're right. He does have a ton of targets. I just kind of think if they would have kept Chase Young and Montez Sweat, their chances would have been a little bit higher. But yeah, I think they'll definitely be. I mean, again, there's the Eagles and the Cowboys too that will give them some problems. But yeah, you're right. I think they will definitely have a chance to make those playoffs. Chance for romance.
And I don't know if it's necessarily next season, but definitely sooner than later.
Definitely in the next 100 seasons.
Yeah, definitely. But the Browns aren't winning a Super Bowl ever. Never even making an appearance.
Yeah, not even if Joe Flacco is the quarterback.
He signed that contract too. He gets an extra $2 million if he wins the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
they were like, "There's this. This isn't happening." Yeah, whatever. Quarterback for the Browns thing. All right, well, let's move on to what is the actual Christmas part of this episode, Elijah. It is what every team, yes, all 32 teams, what every team wants for Christmas. Elijah, start us off with the first division.
So, I don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. Okay, let's start off with the AFC East.
I thought you were going to keep on going.
No. The Buffalo Bills. Stephon Diggs to stay. That is true because, there's been some questions around that. Dolphins, Tyreek Hill to not retire soon like he has said he will. The Jets, enough. I didn't write this one. enough Aaron Rodgers mushroom sauce. Yeah. Maybe Aaron Rodgers
might cut out. So it says enough A-Rod mushroom supplements for the whole team. Whatever he's on to come back that quickly from injury, that team could use.
Patriots, competent quarterback, not named Bailey Zappi or Mac Jones. That is your AFC East Christmas wish list.
All right, AFC North, the Ravens to finally get a playoff one. I know they have one, but this team is honestly too good. Or I'm gonna add this after Keaton Mitchell went down with an injury for a healthy backfield.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, all their running backs. Lamar Jackson gets hurt.
I bet you he gets hurt at least one of these games. I bet he has never played a full season. I bet you he gets hurt. Maybe he's MVP year. But Bengals get a draft or player capital out of Jake Browning. I think he's proven himself to be able to go play somewhere else. None of the Bengals right now with Burrow, but I think Browning might have a chance in the team. Browns to trade Deshaun Watson away. They got Joe Flacco. They have their franchise man and Joe Flacco.
Yeah. Yep.
And then for the Steelers, this is debatable, but maybe a new coaching staff.
Yeah.
Obviously, we got an OC. Well, we got rid of our OC. Maybe a new DC. No new head coach yet.
Maybe.
But we might get to that point. At least hire somebody good. Don't just say, "Oh, we're gonna get somebody within." No, go out there, go get somebody new, get somebody fresh that doesn't know the system, and that's actually controversy. Like, what am I trying to say?
I don't know, but why don't we save that for the Steel Curtain session
Right.
and get through to these?
All right, like you pick up the next division. Jeez.
All right, AFC South Texans, a CJ Stroud MVP. That's
Yes.
probably not gonna happen, but at least this year. And then the Colts, a healthy quarterback. But what's his name? Gardner Minshew.
Uncle Rico.
Uncle Rico, he's been proving himself. Jaguars to keep Josh Allen, not the quarterback, but their
The good one.
edge rusher. Yeah, the good one. And then finally the Titans. They want their 2020 Derrick Henry back. He's getting a little old, a little rusty, so
Right.
they want a little refresh on that. And then go
All
ahead,
right.
Levi, go with that West.
Next division to wrap up the AFC, the Chargers. They won the time machine. I don't get. Do they want to go back?
They want to go back to before Brandon Staley was a quarterback.
Oh, and never
was the
hire
head
him.
coach,
Okay,
yeah.
got it. You put that one.
or just go back
Raiders.
before to fire him at any point before the 63-21.
The Raiders want to win against Patrick Mahomes. The Chiefs.
Yeah.
They want wide receivers desperately. Derek dropped another ball. I couldn't help but laugh when I saw that video. That was so funny. Mahomes is ticked off.
Yeah.
And last but not least, Broncos. Broncos country, let's ride.
That is a
I don't
good.
know if that's a gift, but
That's a good gift.
it is a gift to have Mr. Unlimited be amongst us humans.
Oh my gosh! All right, let's move on over to that other division, other conference, the NFC East. Cowboys, a Super Bowl. It's their year every year, but
It's never really their
actually their year. The Eagles for the tush push to not get banned by Roger Goodell.
They love that. Love it.
And they got that new fake tush push now where they hand it off behind. It's so OP.
Yeah, it's not weird.
And then the Commanders and O-line, as we talked about. And then finally the Giants, a Daniel Jones contract to be revoked because they got the new guy in town.
Tommy Cutlets. Tommy DeVito.
Yep.
Moving on. Elijah, I'll let you do this one.
Oh, okay.
Because it's the team.
Let's start with the Bears. To fleece the Panthers again. That is a good
true. They want more. They want it.
It was a good gift last year, but let's see if they can get it again. Lions, recognition that they are actually 10-4. Nobody is giving them as much credit as maybe they should be getting.
They've had some bad losses recently, but
but they're still 10-4.
doing it.
Vikings to forget this season, yes.
That's true.
And the Packers to fire Joe Barry, their defensive coordinator. That would
be just get special teams out of the team.
Honestly, yeah. If we would just go for it on fourth down every time, it might be better. And then just give them the ball at the 25 on a kickoff. Just don't even try.
All right, moving on to the NFC South. Saints, they want Drew Brees and Slant Boy back. Because guess what? Derek Carr, Andy Dalton, and Taysom Hill with half of Chris Olave and Rashid Shaheed is not Drew Brees and Slant Boy. Falcons, they want Bijan to get the ball every play, and also Arthur Smith to get fired.
That's true. Yeah, too.
Buccaneers, they want a new defense. Offense looks fine. Defense is looking old. Panthers,
What don't they want for this Christmas?
their Christmas list was a full 53 long number list.
Yeah.
That means they want a whole new roster for 53.
And how are they going to pay for these gifts anyway with the 45 cents for a ticket these days?
That's funny. 49ers for salary cap extensions to keep going up.
Yeah.
Because there's no way that they pay these players, all the players they have. Rams, they want Jalen Ramsey back.
Yep.
They definitely feel stupid that they gave him up for that
and a Big Mac.
The Cardinals, that GTA 6 never comes out. Kyler Murray. Another video game. And last but not least, Seahawks, they want Jaden Daniels or Michael Penix in this year's draft.
Or to run the ball in the end zone.
Yeah. No, be nice. Or just keep Drew Lock. I'm happy with either.
Wow.
But that is what every team wants for Christmas.
All right, let's move on. Here we go.
What, Elijah?
What?
Be depressed, buddy.
Oh.
Yeah, there we go.
Here we go.
Okay. Still.
What if we sing it in like a Christmassy jingle? Here we go. Here we go. Pittsburgh is going to the Super Bowl. Yeah. Woo! Jingle bells, jingle
All
bells.
right. All right. This is your Steel Curtain session of the week. Mason Rudolph, obviously, to start unless Kenny Pickett can return. Like Tomlin came to say, Rudolph, with your arm so nice. Won't you guide my... I don't even know. Yeah, team tonight. But that's in the future. He's starting this Saturday, of course, against the Bengals, unless Kenny returns. Mason Rudolph is indeed 3-0 against the Bengals.
Let's make it 4-0, baby.
Yeah, seriously. Elijah, anything else you want to add?
Yeah, is Mitch Trubisky done in Pittsburgh? Is this it? Was that his final game?
I dang hope so. That was awful. Like, and everybody wants to say Pickens and Deontay. Nobody in the team is putting forth effort. Well, no, they're not putting forth effort. Who would want to play for a guy like Trubisky?
Yeah,
I'm sure that Pickens does not ever talk to Trubisky once they get off the field.
I'm sure nobody talks to Trubisky.
Yeah. Like,
maybe that's the issue.
And I was like, good thing I'm not his mom because I do not like Mitch Trubisky.
Do we even know if his mom likes him? Where's the proof?
Nice.
She might be ashamed.
Honestly, maybe. But I don't know. Mitch. I don't even know. We shouldn't have signed him to that extension. We're paying him a lot of money to sit on the bench and still throw interceptions somehow.
Yeah. But we would have been paying him more if we would have kept him on his old contract.
Right.
Had to be done, but
still, he's here longer. I don't want him.
Yeah.
I'd rather pay more money for him to get out faster than him to just rot on the bench.
Yeah.
So, yes, Mr. Trubisky should be done in Pittsburgh. Are we going to get rid of him? Probably not. But if I was the coach, yes, he's gone.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's go on to the good and bad of this game against the Colts. I'm going to be honest. I did not watch the game. I was at work. I did hear it.
Both at work, but fortunately, TV's on at the place that I work. So.
Yeah, lucky you. I did hear it over the radio sometimes. It was pretty loud, or it was pretty quiet, and there was a lot going on. And the only time I could hear was when the announcers, when something good was happening, and they're like, "Oh, look, it's a touchdown!" And that didn't happen a lot in this game, so I didn't hear too much. So, Levi, I'll let you take away most of this, and I'll
TJ, he had a decent game. Whatever. Deontay Johnson had a pretty good game, scored another touchdown with Mitch Trubisky. Mason Rudolph First pass was a screen pass. Yay, we love screen passes. Went for negative yardage to Jalen Warren. But at least Rudolph is coming in. Tomlin accepts responsibility, and in a very nice way, he says we need to change a lot of things on this team, including the quarterback position, which they obviously are going to do with Mason Rudolph starting. So, as I said, not a lot of good this week. I mean, what's his name? Connor Hayward got that blocked punt in the beginning of the game. I mean, we're up 13-0 and don't score points the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Like, usually we're supposed to come back. I think, it just shows Kenny Pickett and Mitch Trubisky are opposites. Kenny doesn't do anything in the first 3 quarters and does everything in the fourth. Mitch just does everything in the first quarter and then doesn't do anything the rest of the game.
So, arguably, Mitch didn't even do much of it. The defense
didn't do anything. Right.
Yeah.
And the matter of the fact is that I feel like our team thinks, oh, we're up 13-0, let's just relax. No, just run the team over. Put all your effort out. Like, I know there's not a lot to play for right now. I know spirits aren't really high at the Steelers team, but
really there is a lot to play for. Playoff spots.
Right now we're not playing like a playoff team.
Yeah, true.
And although we're going to beat the Bengals this week just because we do, we don't deserve to be a playoff team.
No.
And it just ticks me off that all the other teams can find these diamond-in-the-rough backups, and they can actually go out and sign somebody, and we are too stubborn. Like, oh, next man up on the depth chart. No, if there's a guy better out there, go get him. If you want to win, get Mitch off the field. It's as simple as that.
I think we need to bring back Tanner Morgan, a rookie quarterback from this draft class. I mean, from the undrafted free agent. Yeah.
Bring back Josh Dobbs.
Landry Jones.
Bring back the man, the duck, the legend.
The duck.
Devlin Hodges. I would kill for him to get back on the field. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm kind of mad that they did let him go when they did. But anyway, that's in the past. And let's talk about the bad, obviously. Trubisky. That is bad. Coverage. Also,
I'm not gonna say
yeah, no.
Yeah.
Family friendly.
Coverage, whatever.
Yeah. O-line, pretty cheeks again.
Yeah, pretty bad.
Minka was hurt.
Again. He's the only one that tries. I can't say only one, but like he puts forth so much effort. And just nobody else picks up with it. Like, there's no encouragement. There's no leadership.
Yeah, it's
defensively there's leadership. Offensively, there's nobody.
Nobody. Minka is going to be out. KZ got suspended for something stupid.
Which, first of all, that was Minshew's fault for placing the ball there.
Second of all,
we were just, nowadays, imagine the NFL, which is probably sooner than later, next 10 years, all you got to do is let for the receiver to catch the ball, then you can touch him.
Yeah.
Like, they can't even, he didn't even hit head-to-head contact. You saw he purposely went in with his back, like he dropped his shoulder, so he didn't get suspended.
Yep.
Or hit, or fined.
Yep.
And
he got all of those.
Everything, right. NFL soft. Roger Goodell only likes offense, and that's my mini rant of the week.
All right. Yep. So what's it looking like, Levi? Are we gonna win out? Are we gonna make the playoffs, or is it done? Are we done? We got into the
7-7. We're a bad 7-7, but we're also a decent 7-7 and a good 7-7 at the same time, and it's a mess. Everything is a mess. But we're going to make playoffs.
All right.
Come back in 2 weeks when we play Seattle, and I'll tell you whether I want us to or not. If that means the Seahawks have to win or lose.
Yeah. Yeah. I always like to think the Steelers have a chance. But you know what? As long as Kenny is out, I'm not liking our odds too much.
Right.
I think we would have won every one of those games if Kenny was in the game. I think he's very clutch. And there's my dog. And
Bigger.
And yeah, I just think as long as he's out, we're gonna have some issues. But if our defense can score points against the Bengals, that would be very nice.
Right.
Mason Rudolph can throw the ball deep, which he can, but if he can complete those passes, then I think we're looking good.
Yep.
So yeah, that's about it for our episode today.
That is your Steel Curtain session, and that is your episode of the week. We wish you all a very Merry Christmas. Watch some football, hang out with some family, get some good gifts. I still have to buy all my gifts for people.
Oh my gosh.
Not my friends, just my family.
What? That's not good.
Get them. It's easy to buy for you and our other friend because all you guys do is you just watch football and mess around. Like,
It's true.
I don't know. I'll get it figured out.
Yeah,
But that is your episode of the week. Thank you, everyone, for listening. We will see you next week. Maybe even in the new year. I'm not even sure yet.
Silent night, holy night,
Goodbye.
sleep in heavenly peace.
I got what you were doing. That's funny. All right.
Peace out.
Goodbye.